Hello everyone, it's Easy from mslumiablog.com, and here is my full review of Microsoft's last Lumia, the Lumia 650. So I've got the 650 here, rumored to be Microsoft's last Lumia device. It's looking likely that is the case. First off, the first thing I did notice when I started using this device is how light it is. I've been using this for a couple of weeks now, so I'm just going to run you through my experiences, do a full review of the Lumia 650. The specs. This is running on Snapdragon 212 with 1.3 gigahertz. Internal memory is set at 1 gig. Internal storage space is 16 gig. The battery is a 2000 milliamp battery, rather small, but when you look at the power of this device, it doesn't need any sort of large battery in it. On the side, you can see how slim it is. It just measures at 6.9 millimeters thickness. It's really slim. The weight 122 grams. One of the lightest Lumias, probably the lightest Lumia running Windows 10 Mobile right now off the market. It does support nano SIM, has a micro SD card slot, also supports up to 200 gig. The graphics GPU on this is the Adreno 304, and the camera, it is an 8 megapixel, not a cow size camera. It is an 8 megapixel camera with a single LED flash. The front camera is an impressive 5 megapixel camera, also records in 720p. The back camera also records in 720p. So yeah, that is it for the hardware. Like to point out a few things about the hardware. You might notice the nice aluminum edging round the sides with a nice laser cut. Almost reminds me of the HTC 10, though the HTC 10's light metal cutting is more pronounced. This is just neatly done. As you can see the different light shades when I reflected in the light on both sides. You can see that nice lining there, the nice cut from the aluminum frame there. Also, I do love how the speakers are placed on the front bezel, so it's right in front of you. Most phones have their speakers right here at the bottom or at the top or at the back. Most previous Lumia devices have had the speakers at the back, but this is one device where the speakers are right down the front. So when you hold your device, you're watching a video, playing any video games, there is no obstruction to the sound coming off the front bezel right there. So that's a good decision by Microsoft. To pop the back cover open, there is a nice recess there. You can just pry your fingers in and it pops open the back cover. This is plastic, but it has a nice matte finish to it. You can see the Microsoft Chrome logo, really nice there too. And you can pop that open. It is NFC supported, as you can see the NFC chip right there at the back of the back cover. You can get customizable back covers. They have made from wood, leather, and the rest of it from Mozo. I'll put a link in the description. The battery is a 2000 milliamp battery. As you can see, your slot for a micro SD card, and you can see the nano SIM card slot right there. One next thing I did notice about this device is the display. It is a 5-inch HD display, OLED screen, so the blackness you see is true black. It's not as bright as LCD, but it is sharper. True colors are displayed. That's one of the features I'm in love with. If you go handle this device, take a look at it, use it for a bit, you will fall in love with the screen. And the OLED screen is fantastic. It's not up to par with Samsung's Galaxy. Those use higher end OLED screens, but OLED on the 650 is wonderful. As you can see, the viewing angles are pretty decent. You can check those out. On the screen refresh rate, everything's responsive. For a device running on Snapdragon's 212 processor, it is really decent. So That's something to look forward to. Next up is performance. The 650, I was surprised with its 1 gig RAM and the low budget Snapdragon processor in it. It is snappy, but then again, it is running on Windows 10 Mobile. Windows as an operating system on mobile doesn't require a lot of resources, so Microsoft can afford to skip the more expensive Snapdragon 400 series or even the 6 series for a mid-range device as the 650 is, and it would still run as smoothly as the S7 or the HTC 10, for instance. I'm just going to show you what the benchmark test I did, the results. So wait for that to load up. So there, got a result of 31,545. So that's pretty decent, but just to show you how well this device handles workload, just going to run a couple of games here. First off is Asphalt 8 Airborne. This is a really graphic intensive game, so I'm just going to show you how it performs. There is no lag whatsoever. I've been playing this for a couple of weeks now. Really impressed with how it handles tasks on the Lumia 650 here. Internally, so for that to load up, and did notice also the Lumia 650 doesn't run hot as the Lumia 950 or 950 XL. Most of the time it is just, there is no overheating on this device. It's pretty normal. So as you can see, just turn up the volume. So there you can see the performance right there. Enough with the Rex, but there you can see how it performs on a high graphic intensive game as Asphalt 8. So you have no problems with this device if you're concerned about the processor in it or whatever your concerns are. This device will handle whatever tasks you give to it. Lastly, the camera. This is an 8 megapixel camera. If you are a camera enthusiast, this is not the phone. You probably want to go more high end with the 950 or the HTC 10 or the Galaxy S7. The camera is decent for its price range. 8 megapixel shooter is pretty decent. Here are some camera shots. As you can see, nice colors, separation is pretty decent. It's not wow factor, but, and there again, here is a video sample. Lumia 650, wonderful device. I love the design. That's my main takeaway. The slim, slick, exquisite design of the 650 screams high end. From the aluminum frames on the edges, to front-facing speakers, to the OLED 5-inch HD display screen. Yeah, it's a nice device for $200. That is a bargain. So for the last Lumia device, Microsoft did impress. I'm really impressed with the device. If you're looking for, if you want to test out the new Windows 10 mobile and your budget is just about $200, this is your smart choice to make. So again, this has been easy, and this is the review of the Lumia 650.